Hello, everybody. So welcome to this week's edition of DV Live. Sorry, I was reading my misspelling that wasn't there, so I got caught off guard. So I'm Amanda Diaz, the marketing coordinator here at Desert Valleys, and I'm joined today by our special guest, Senior Vice President Dana Griffin, which I spelled it right, I think.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, see, throwing me under the bus, my 3-month mark. So today we're going to be talking about the credit union versus bank difference and, why a credit union's better, but personal preference. And I'm actually here because, like I said, this is my 3-month mark, still learning the financial institution world. So I'm going to be learning as well as our members and followers today.
Yes. Well, hi. Thank you guys for having me. So like she said, my name is Dana, and I'm the Senior Vice President here at Desert Valleys. I've been with Desert Valleys for 15 years this October.
Wow, congratulations.
Started out as a part-time teller and just have continued to love credit unions and learned as much as I could about them just so I could help the members that we are serving.
So you've seen Desert Valleys evolve then, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely been a journey. I think the first 6 months we were here, we changed the systems that we worked on and we changed our name. And then within the first 9 months, we changed locations.
Oh, wow.
So it was definitely a journey my first year.
All the change. So before we jump into Desert Valleys on its own, let's go directly into what's the difference between a credit union and a bank?
Okay. So credit union banks, they both offer financial services to members. So we both have savings accounts, checking accounts, loan products. I think the biggest difference between credit unions and banks is that credit unions are not-for-profit cooperative financial institutions. Okay, so you're like, what is that?
I'm like, whoa, not-for-profit, I get that. Okay, cooperative.
Yes.
There we go.
We all work together. Credit unions do. That's why there's less credit unions out there than there is banks. And so sometimes that's a challenge with members when they're looking to, should I go with the bank or should I go with the credit union? And so we work together. We have a co-op, which you can access. Like if you're a member with Desert Valleys, you can also use Navy Fed's ATM machine to.
I'm sorry, real quick. Can you move the mic in front of you? Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at us with all of our technical difficulties still.
So can you
4
guys,
episodes in.
Can you guys hear me better now? Yeah, okay. Like I was saying, we work together. Our members are also our owners of our credit union. So our members elect our board of directors, and our board of directors is in charge of making sure that we are doing what is in the best interest of our members.
And we learned last week about what a board of directors was. We had Chip Holloway on, so
awesome.
that helps.
Yeah, definitely. So like banks, we both earn profits, right? So our profits go back into our members in the form of dividends and out to our community, where banks, their profits go back to their profit holders.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the main differences.
Ridgecrest probably likes that, and Trona and the surrounding communities.
Yeah. So. And I think that's also a great thing for me when I was like, where do I want to work? What do I want to do? And I've always wanted to be part of the community. So I'm like, okay, so a place that gives back to the community is definitely
that's
where I
a
wanted to be. Big
core value of mine as well, is what can be the community forefront? How do we give back? So I think this is a good fit to be here for both of us.
Nice. And we're glad to have you. It's exciting.
Thanks. So back to Desert Valleys. How and when was Desert Valleys established?
Okay, so Desert Valleys was established way back in July of 1946. It was started out in Trona, just our neighbor right there. So a group of people got together and they wanted to be able to serve the employees of the chemical plant. I believe it was like American Potash at that time.
Okay.
And so they got together mainly just to cash their payroll checks and then to help, and they just started to grow. It was back in the day when a handshake is what they needed. So it stayed there for a long time. And eventually, I believe in 1999, we grew our field of membership to include Ridgecrest and some other areas. And we also we didn't move, but we got another branch here. So we opened the branch on Balsam Street, which is now Navy Federal.
Oh, okay.
So, yes? You guys still can't hear me? Okay. So is this better, you guys?
Third time's a charm. Third time's a charm.
Okay, sorry, guys. So then
we're all learning over here.
Yeah, so after that, we had the branch on the Balsam Street from 1999 to 2007.
Okay.
2006, like I mentioned earlier, we did change our name from Searles Lake Community Federal Credit Union, which is what it originally started as, to Desert Valleys. And I think we mainly did that because a lot of people thought that as Cyril's Lake. We were only serving the people of Cyril's Lake, and we wanted them to know that, hey, in 1999, we expanded that field of membership. So come join us.
And I feel like maybe not a lot of people, unless you were local, knew what Cyril's Lake would be. Like maybe
Right.
Trona with the pinnacles and Planet of the Apes and stuff. But, I think Desert Valleys feels more inclusive.
Right.
And you said field of membership. So what does that entail?
So because we do have members, whereas like in banks, pretty much anybody can join one as long as you're 18. They kind of have an open philosophy type thing, where credit unions, you do have to be a member. So you have to have a common ground.
Okay.
So like our field of membership is a certain area, but anybody can join Desert Valleys who lives, attends school, works, or worships within that field of membership, that geographical boundary.
Okay. That's nice. And can you give us some parameters on that?
So the easiest thing is we go up to Bishop, we go sideways to Lake Isabella, we go down to Barstow.
Okay.
So it's right in there. And if
over
you're
to Trona
interested,
still.
yeah. So for our viewers, if you're interested, give us a call and we can get down to the nitty gritty if you live in those like little side towns.
Okay. It's nice to know we don't fit in a box, because we all know Desert Valleys would crush that box.
That's right. We try. We just try to help as many people as we can. And so, and once you're a member, you're always a member. So even if you live here now and then you take a job in Alaska, because you already have that account, you can still be a member with us. And we try to get, different products and services so that we can help those members.
And that goes back to that cooperative network, right?
Right. So
Okay.
like Alaska FCU, I believe, is part of that. So perfect example, they could be there and you could live there, you can live here, and you'd still be able to access your money.
Awesome. That's always nice to access money. So key takeaway then would be, one is not-for-profit membership owned, where the other is for-profit investor owned, correct?
Yeah, so when they make profits, their money goes to their stockholders. So they have, their owners are pretty much their stockholders. So they're looking for the profit. They're trying to find ways. Luckily with credit unions, we can, we both have fees, but this is more personal one-on-one service where we can go like, hey, we know you, we know you're having a hard time. How can we help you through this? Where we can make that decision internally and we don't have to go through giant trains of, all the compliance-y, wishy-washy stuff.
And that's one thing I liked even prior to working here, but seeing the dynamic of being a member here was nice, being able to call and you get a person or come in and talk about my situation, financial education along the way versus, oh, no, just hard no from a computer.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely one of our benefits, and that's what we try to maintain, is that one-on-one personal contact.
Yeah, and it's nice to know if it's not-for-profit membership owned, like you said, goes back to the community for fun stuff like member movie night or cookie day, which just happened.
Yes.
So that was amazing. We were able to donate and give back. We were donating to Troop 3699, and we were able to give back to members 100 boxes of Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's fantastic.
And we loved having that access right outside our door so we could get some ourselves.
I know. There might be s'mores cookies in my desk. Maybe. No one knows that, though. So, like you said, anyone, anywhere can join a bank over 18.
Some banks do have certain requirements, but as a general, it's pretty much you have to be 18.
Okay, so, and then qualifications to become a Desert Valleys member, that field of membership. So what if someone's under 18?
So we do offer kids accounts and teen accounts for the younger group that we have out there. And we do have special incentives for them too. So that's pretty much awesome.
I think we'll have an episode about that coming up, just so you guys know.
Right, and we do have some cool things in the works. So we're excited to be able to hopefully launch that later this year.
Yeah, stay tuned definitely for that first week of April when I'll be back talking about it.
Yes.
So why is a credit union called a member organization?
So with your membership, so we have that minimum balance, right? That we're like, hey, it's a $5 minimum balance to keep in. That's your par share of the credit union. You are owner of the credit union. And so I think that's why we call it the...
Should have worn my tie.
Yes. Yes, but it does give you the rights. Like at our annual meeting with our member movie night that we have every year in July, just a little plug in there, you have the right to come in and address your concerns. You have the right to vote for those board members that are, that are in charge of us. So we encourage you to.
Is that the only time, or can members reach out anytime to us?
Yeah, absolutely. You can reach out anytime. Our email address is our first dot last name at desertvalleys.org. We also have info@desertvalleys.org.
You can write us on social media too.
Yes.
You are writing a person. It's usually me. So if you have any questions, even right now, shoot them on the live feed and we'll try to get to them. So,
All right, can we do that? Do we have a way to get questions? Is anybody
scary.
commenting or anything?
We haven't set that up yet.
Oh, okay. We're going to work on
Look at
that.
that. Normally I'm sitting in the corner watching on social media. So a little tidbit is I'm like stalking it like a hawk. So,
Are you?
but here I am in front of the camera.
Yes.
So member benefits, do fees, rates, and products vastly differ between a credit union and bank?
So we kind of touched on that. We have a lot of the same products. We do have a couple of extra savings products, I think. I think that our rates are usually better on lending side and on the savings side.
Something huge is, as I've been looking through our products and learning from a different perspective, is Save to Win.
Yes.
So that one, we actually had 3 winners last month. And I was blown away that you could be saving money while also winning money.
Winning money, yes. And I believe like each of them won $25. We've had members win, I think it was up to $100 once. So so in case you don't know, Save to Win is a prize-based savings account. So it's a certificate of deposit. So we lock in that money. So if you withdraw it, there is a fee because we're encouraging you to save the money. So in every $25 deposit you put into that certificate each month enters you into a national drawing to win a prize, and the prize is always cash.
Hey,
So it's exciting.
That's a good incentive.
Yeah.
And is that only credit union based? Do you know?
Don't know. I believe it is, but I am not 100% sure on that.
I'm learning. That's one thing I'll need to jot down and learn.
Yeah, so it's really a really neat product.
Okay.
And we also just did our 52-week challenge, which starts at the beginning of every year, where you deposit $1 for the corresponding week. At the end of the year, members save approximately, I think it's $1,378.
Yep. So I joined this year.
Oh, good. And it's amazing how many members come in and they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't think I could save that much in a year. And they're like, now, I have this money after Christmas when money's always tight.
And what's that added benefit? If you complete the challenge, you get a special...
You get a special rate. There's a higher rate on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should know, but like I said, I'm learning.
You're learning. There's a lot to learn. And I always tell new employees on here that it's a lot more than people see on the outside.
And it's fun to see the difference in products, honestly, and like the real program, how you can offer home improvement loans. Here I thought, as a bank, even prior, I was like, a bank, you get credit cards, car loan, home loan, period. Like, deposit my check, take it out.
Right. Yeah. There is a lot of products and services out there. So,
Any that's your favorite?
Oh,
I'm going to play the favorite child card here.
I don't know if I have a product that's my favorite. We do a lot of fun things in the community, and one of them is the ALVA Award every year. So ALVA stands for Artists Living in the Valley Area.
Okay.
So every year we ask for anybody in the Valley area to submit artwork. And it could be from anything. We've had paintings, oil, we had stained glass submitted before, photography.
Wow.
And then as a staff, we vote on the winner of that, right? So we pick the winner and then we pay them money for their pictures. We ask them to submit 4 or 5 of them. And then at the end of the year, when it's time for the next one, we donate each piece of that art. We keep one piece and then we donate the rest of them to the different charities. We kind of mix them up, but usually it's like the museum foundation, Ridgecrest Autism Awareness, and then they can auction them off to earn money for their organization as well.
Oh, so that's a huge circle of just community upon community involvement.
Right. So when you look around the branch, we have a bunch of different artwork, and most of those are from past Alpha Award winners.
And that's nice to know that it's all local.
Right. Yeah. So that's exciting. And another one of my favorite events is International Credit Union Day, which is in October every year.
Yes. That one was fun. That was my first event with you guys. So
I know this year was a little different due to COVID, but hopefully that will start going away soon and we can get back to normal.
I know. That would
Whatever
be nice.
normal is now.
Even if it's this glass in between us.
Yeah. Right.
I will say I've had fun with Win It Wednesday. That's one of my favorite things that literally anyone can be a part of. We did our first for International Credit Union Day, community-based Win It Wednesday.
And I love that. I love, especially like with the new businesses, right? So you have a new business that comes down, we hear about it, and then we put it on Win It Wednesday, and then now other people are hearing about that new business. And then if we give away a gift certificate there, then that person can go experience that new business.
We literally just did that with Max.
Okay, perfect.
And I was super bummed out because I went in there right after Carnival Week, and I was like, you guys had Disneyland churros and no one told me? Like, dang, either I have really good friends helping me out with my diet or I have really terrible friends.
I think we just have a great community in general. A lot of people say, hey, there's not a lot to do, but there is. You just have to look for it. You have to be willing to be engaged. It's not going to be something that somebody's going to drag you by and, hey, get up and do this. It's, hey, you want to be part of the community. You want to know what's going on. You want to do something, then look for something.
And I think that's nice is the difference of being member owned. We have that opportunity. Like we're not responding to someone in New York City on Wall Street telling us, hey, this is what you do, this is what you don't do.
Right.
There's been a lot of creativity that you guys have built here. I mean, even just doing this.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm like, he's like, Eric, our CEO, was like, I think I'm going to turn one of the offices into a media room. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. So then I came in here. I'm like, okay, I can see this happening. This is good.
Did you ever see yourself sitting here in the hot seat?
I figured eventually I would. I didn't think it was going to be this soon, but that's okay. You know,
Awesome.
it's nice to be able to talk to people.
I know. So any questions come in, guys? Do we know?
I think he said he didn't have it set up yet.
Right now,
I know. I'm putting them in the hot seat.
no, just people saying good job.
Awesome.
Right. And I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, but for our members, for people that want to be members, send us a message. Tell us what you would like to hear about. Let us know what interests you, whether it be for the credit union, whether it be for, around the community.
Yeah.
We'd like to know. Organizations, if you guys need help or need ideas or you have an event going on, our staff is wonderful. We always want to get engaged in something. I know Amanda and my husband are going to be doing a burro run where they're like running around burros or donkeys or something. Yeah, it's fun. Let us know what you have and let us get that word out there.
So coming up April 10th, and the only reason I know this is because literally talked about it this morning. April 10th, there is an annual Run with the Burros. And it's exactly what that is. You have the option to run alongside people that are leading donkeys, or you can actually sign up to run and be the person leading a donkey.
And I just might want to throw this disclosure out there. If my husband is watching, I did not tell him that we signed him up until right now. So,
Surprise.
Yes.
One question about advocacy.
About advocacy?
Yeah.
Like political advocacy, I can't say it. So I think that's what they're asking.
Eric is asking about it.
Oh.
That's a great question to ask Eric the next time he's on live. Right now, we're actually going through a government affairs conference, which is something that Eric and I attend every year in Washington, D.C., where we get to go
Man,
to
I didn't know we were
Capitol
in
Hill.
Washington today.
Yes,
What?
we are. I know, virtually. It's just not the same as normal, and we miss all of our colleagues, and we miss being able to do that one-on-one with people. You have a different dynamic and a different feel. But we do go up there and to support credit unions. Hey, what do credit unions need right now? How can we get our congressmen to hear our needs? And they really do. They do. It's great that, you think, oh, credit union, what could they possibly want or who's going to listen to them? But they do. We have a great team in Sacramento.
But they theoretically serve a larger group in a sense. If the credit union's coming to them, it's really as the members as a whole.
As the members of their district, usually, yes.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we have a couple of big issues on the plate that we're just trying to get the word out there.
And that's nice that credit unions work together for that.
Yes.
It seems like credit unions tend to have each other's backs a little bit more.
We do try. Yeah, definitely. Some of my best friends are CEOs, vice presidents of other credit unions. It's nice that you have that to lean on.
Mm-hmm.
When I went through a course and it was like, who's your biggest competition? And some people are like, well, other credit unions in your town are. And I'm like, why? We can help each other. So I know that's kind of a sore subject with some people, but it is. We do lean on each other. So that's really nice.
Awesome. So if we don't have any more questions, then thank you, Dana, for being here today.
Oh, you are welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I know we
Exciting.
kind of squirreled everywhere today.
Yeah.
We took a lot of left turns and a right turn.
That's okay. And I think it's probably better this way that we're now like a dry conversation.
I know.
So
Thanks for all the words of
rehearsed,
encouragement,
just to let you
guys.
know. Yeah. So in case you guys don't know, we have a team over here that we keep looking at. So that are helping us get this going.
We're real humans here.
How about WCMS? If you ask her about WCMS.
WCMS.
So WCMS is a Western Cuna Mutual.
WCMS.
Yeah, so basically it's a college that Eric attended and graduated from back in the day. I went there and I graduated
Flintstone
in
days,
2015, probably. No, I'm not going to say that.
It's okay, I will.
We actually have 2 current employees that are attending this school. It's a wonderful school. You get to learn people. You get to learn the back ends of credit unions. It's not an easy school by any means at all, but it's definitely a way to meet people. It's a way to get your mind open to different possibilities.
So that's kind of rad that you support we say team members in furthering their dreams.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Because, there's one thing to be a leader, but who are you going to lead if you haven't had anybody going with you? So
Teamwork makes the dream work.
there you go.
So is that an online school? I mean, I don't think we have a brick and mortar here. At least I haven't seen that.
In Pomona. So
Okay.
and it's credit unions from the western part of the United States, and they also have one for the central eastern United States. Yeah. And so you get to learn a lot about different people and their credit unions and what works for them and what, may work for you. It's really awesome.
It's an eclectic little group, let me tell you.
Well, hopefully it'll be a big group someday. So
What are you
growing.
hitting at? Stay tuned, guys. Alrighty, as long as we're all good.
anything
see.
else, guys?
Okay.
Okay, well,
Again, you can always shoot us a message, drop some comments on the DV Live events, drop a comment directly on this post, and I will get back to them. I will answer you, and we'll set up future DV Lives. Huh, Dana?
yes, we'll do it.
We're just going to hijack.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eric.
Might as well.
So you'll catch us next time on March 16th. We will be talking about Mobile Banking 101 and have some video tutorials so people can utilize that, such as mobilely depositing your checks.
Yes, RDC, we love that.
Yeah. Checking your balances, transferring money, the fun things you can do with mobile and online banking.
Yes. Yay.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for being here.
Well, thank you for having me. This was fun.
Yeah, thanks everyone. We'll see you next time. And today at 4 o'clock, DV Live City Talk, we will have Tim from the Chamber of Commerce. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.